Hey there, and happy Monday. I hope you guys had a great weekend, and for us it was busy and we were able to take in a football game. We were actually hoping to take in two football games, but it just worked out that we were only able to see one of our sons play football, but maybe next time. And hopefully you guys had fun doing what you want to do, or maybe getting out a little bit more. And it was kind of nice, kind of chilly, but kind of nice with sunshine around here. And I, like even this morning, I think my enthusiasm of the weekend has carried over, and I've put together tons of cards already before I've come live with you. So I'm excited that I can start getting more cards out in the mail. And I know you guys have been texting and emailing saying that you're receiving some of my card packets. So I want to continue spreading the funness, if that's a word, funness of that too. So let me get started. Hi there, Diane. Oh, Diane and Diane. I've got two Dianes, different spellings, but that's great. Thanks for joining me here. And I just think that my iPad is also kind of catching up too. So I'm excited about that because sometimes I don't have good luck with that. So I'm going to set that down here and show you today's card that I'm going to be working on. Hi there, Lois, and there's Kay. So I'm glad Lois is here. I was kind of stalling a bit because Lois usually joins in. So today's all about Lois, and this is the card that I'm making for Lois's card, or stamp party. So Lois is my virtual hostess, and so today, tomorrow, and Wednesday are going to be dedicated to Lois's virtual party. And Lois doesn't live that far away from me, for those of you that join from a distance, and normally we would be gathering in person, her and her friends, which are my friends, because if you've ever stamped where I'm at, we're friends. So that's the way I always come about with making new friends, is we just stamp and then we're friends. So I'm excited to do this virtual party for Lois, because this is a great way to still do this safely and capture everybody that she would want to have part of her event as well too. So let me get my camera switched around here so that you can kind of see what's going on. And Lois had requested a masculine card for sure for one of her cards. And she said she's not fussy about what I do, but I know in the past we've had a lot of fun putting together even more than one masculine card idea and such for her party. So here it is, and kind of a simple card, but I loved being able to, especially this month, I've been going on and on and on with things that are retiring. So it was very fun for me to go back to things that are in the current mini catalog. I love the stamp set. I love this paper, and I love being able to show you how to put this together very quick and easy. So once again, a card like this, you could swap out any of our designer series paper, different sentiments, or even just still stick with the sentiment and change out the colors to make it work for what you want. You could make this a very girly girl card if you needed to, and that too. And I'm glad Lois says she loves it. That's good. It always makes me happy when I'm putting together a card that a hostess loves. And so especially for those that know Lois and would be ordering those people are going to be getting this card too. So let me show you where I'm pulling this from. So back to the mini catalog. Like I said, I haven't done much out of here lately, and I really missed it because there's so much great stuff in here. So the You Are Amazing, you can see the hip hip hooray here. That is from the You Are Amazing on page 7. And this is kind of tagged together with the You Are Amazing project kit, and people that have purchased this project kit love it. I think the colors are great because there again, it can be for kids, it can be for adults, it can be for males and for females. What I like about the kit is that you can purchase the stamp set separate, which I did, and then the kit as its own thing too. And so if you liked the kit and go, you know what, I want to make more of that, if you purchase a stamp set, that's a one-time purchase, but you can keep purchasing this You Are Amazing project kit to go with it too. So that was on page 7 in the same mini catalog. I'm using Handsomely Suited for the inside sentiments, but this is also the stamp set that that coordinates with the paper and such. So that is on page 67. So I'm not using any of the dies from this today. I have in the past, but I'm using the paper, and that's pretty amazing, and the stamp set too. So that's where that's coming from. And just kind of want to give you a brief overview. I don't like to spend too much time, but just have to show you the paper that's in there. So if you love just having some fresh ideas for masculine cardstock, this is 12 by 12, and it is called Well-Suited Designer Series paper. So I'm kind of using this, which I've used in the past for fun ties, because there's a die that goes with that bundle. And then this kind of paper, I know a lot of guys that have shirts with this pattern. There's probably one even hanging downstairs in one of my boys' closet with that pattern. But just some of the fun blues, blacks, and a lot of grays in here. And there's even some kind of fun paisley, like even this one is kind of more of the florally too. So there's so many designs now for guys, and I feel like this has really captured it well for the different types of things. So let me get this set aside. And I thought I lost my card. That was one of the reasons I was a minute later, so I couldn't find my card. It was underneath my catalog, and I started to panic, like, can I make it from scratch? But never fear, it has appeared. All right, thanks for joining in, Ginger. Good to have you here. So this is kind of my color combination that I've got going on here, lots of navies. And my first take was that this was maybe cherry cobbler. It looked a little dark to be real red, but actually when I turned over my paper packaging of that Well-Suited Designer Series paper, the color is Cajun Craze. And I love how that goes with the Night of Navy. And I haven't used that combination for a while. I have a brother-in-law who unfortunately loves Chicago Bears, and so I think I used that color combination once for a birthday card for him. So I might have to make one of these extra today to save for his October birthday, because that would be a good another good color combination to tie that in for him. So let me start with some stamping here. I'm going to pull out my Cajun Craze ink pad and open that up. And then, like I said, this Hip Hip Hooray, 3 Cheers for You is from the You Are Amazing stamp set. So I'm just going to ink that up, and I'm going to give it, because I'm going to cut this out in an oval, I'm going to just put it down a little bit so that I know I have plenty of space up at the top there for the oval to make its appearance all the way. And then so that's going to be cut out. And the dies that I'm using today, and I don't like to do this too often, but I did just look up the layering ovals, and the stitch shapes are sold out. I was afraid of that, but so many of you have, especially the stitch shapes. So I thought, you know, I'm still going to go ahead with this. So the largest oval from the stitched shapes is what I used, and then from the layering ovals, then I used this scallop, and I just used the one that's just a skosh bigger so that it layers and mats that easily. So let me run that through my machine here. Then we'll get the cutting out of the way. And here's Lois's host code too, but I will post that later too with my still shot of my card. I feel like I haven't done a hostess one for a while, so it's kind of fun to get back into that groove for you guys, but just in general to give you guys some more ideas and inspiration. So I'm just going to put that through, and like I said, this one is the oval from the stitched shapes. So as I pull this one out here, and you can see not only the oval shape, but the stitching on there too. So I'm going to set that aside and the die aside, and then I'll bring it this way again. And I just have a chunk of Night of Navy cardstock, and I'm going to lay that die there from the layering ovals dies, and just run that through. And this one doesn't have any stitching, which should probably be covered up if it did. I'm just going to put the one on top, but it does have that nice oval scallop kind of look to it. And what I like about this is it kind of just makes the card look festive, but not like florally female, even though there's scallops on there. So I think it just kind of gives a nice pop from the Busy or the Busy Designer Series paper. So for my card base today, I'm using Night of Navy, and that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And so I've scored it in the half, and it's folded this way. And what I've done is cut some little chunks out of my Designer Series paper that well suited. So this, both of these pieces are 5 1/4 in length. This one is 1 1/4, and this one is 3 inches. So hey there, Kay, thanks for joining in. I'm going to just attach this one, this one first, here with my seal. And you could actually probably get away with a 1-inch strip here, but I wanted to be 1 1/4, so that way I didn't have to worry about how close and how even these pieces were going to be. I felt like, okay, Mondays are always my favorite day of the week, and things go pretty well on Monday, but I thought, you know, let's just have it go even smoother, and having this be able to overlap instead of kind of butt up against there would just make things easier for everyone. And even though sometimes I might change my mind and do a 1-inch and a 3-inch to fill that 4-inch pattern that I want to make, let's just do it this way today. And sometimes that is what you guys need too, to hear is like, this is how it can work and make it easy for you. So just by eyeing, I want to make sure that I'm leaving kind of that 1/4 inch around the edge there, and then having that match up with that too. So we have the 1/4 inch all the way around, so you can see that Night of Navy on there. And then this 3-inch by 5 1/4 is overlapping the 5 1/4 by 1 1/4 strip there. All right. And then it's really easy putting these layers together. So I've got my hip, hip, hooray, 3 cheers for you. So I'm going to just put that oval, stitched oval, on top of my scallop. And like I said, once you put that on here, you're not going to really see a lot of the scallop, but it gives it a nice lift and dimension on there. Speaking of dimensions, let's get out my dimensionals here. Got a full new sheet to play around with, and I'm just going to put some of those around the edge here like so. That's not even close to being spread out well, but it does the trick. And I've got all the stickers off, and I'm just going to kind of have a little bit of this go over that stripe look here, but have the majority kind of be on the main part of the card there. So, like I said, for a guy card, they're just going to care kind of about the sentiment or if there's cash inside. No, no, but seriously, I don't like to do too much like of extra accessorizing, but I did feel that, you know, it'd be fun to add something. Hey there, Leah, good to see you on here. So for my extra embellishment today, I'm going to pull out the Gilded Gems. These are in the current catalog, and they will also be carrying over into the next catalog too. There's 3 different sizes, so we've got some rows of the small, and then some rows of the medium, and some rows of the large. So I like things like that you can kind of have this type of accessory for so many different things depending on what size you need. So from the medium column, I'm just going to take and put one of these Gilded Gems down right in the center, and then I'm going to put one on each side from the smaller column. I'm just going to bump it up so it kind of follows that curve of the oval as well. So I think that just adds a little bit of specialness to the card. Thank you, Kay. And then for the inside, I'm just going to push that aside here. I have a 4-inch by 5 1/4 of basic white cardstock here, and because this could be, I mean, even this could be a fun graduation card for a guy, and so there's so many sentiments that would or could go with it. And I'm going to pull this back out too. Could make a thank you card, even though you probably wouldn't do a hip hip hooray and thank you, but the Handsomely Suited has that for birthday, and it has a couple different sentiments for guys. And then this also has like the You Are Amazing, which I've used before, and I really like the happy birthday, especially that design within there. So I'm not using that today. Thanks, Joan. Yeah, I love simple and great. So for those of you that will be receiving the cards, I've broken it up into maybe this time of year what would be used or most appreciated to be used the most that I send to you is a happy birthday to you. So that would match for that, but I'm not going to tape it into the inside, so we can flip that over. And if some of you instead would go, oh, I really need a Father's Day card instead, the other side, then I will stamp have a Happy Father's Day handsome. And so I think that handsome on there is kind of fun because it kind of goes with that dress shirt material look of the designer series paper. So like I said, if you are ordering from Lois's Party, a $25 minimum order gets you her 3 cards I'm designing today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. Your card will come with this loose so that you can pick which side to tape down into the inside of your card there. Let me get this moved around. Yeah, so like I said, today is another one of those cards that I enjoy making for you guys because you can see how the designer series paper can be swapped out, the sentiments can be swapped out and made to make similar cards with that layout for whatever occasion you need. And so that's where I want to get those ideas out to you so that you can take the things that you already have and continue to enjoy crafting and blessing others by sending those out in the mail or for different occasions that are coming up where you might see people too. So like I said, to get Lois's 3 cards, some of you have already ordered, and Lois was pretty smart. She's like, hey, let's open up my party this month so that people can order things that are retiring or things that will be coming out when the new annual catalog goes live on May 4th. So I thought that was really, really smart to do that. So some of you have ordered because of that, and some of you are waiting because May 4th hasn't come and you're waiting to order from the annual catalog. So a minimum $25 order using her host code will get you the 3 cards that I'm making for her event. But if you have any other questions on that, let me know. Or if hosting virtually or in person is something that you're interested in too, let me know on that. And Pam's asking if I've seen any graduation cards with that stamp and die set. Not yet, but if you were watching earlier, I was saying how you could use a sentiment today and just put the happy graduation in the inside, and I think that would be set and all you would need to make a fun graduation card. So great idea. Pam and I have made hundreds, probably thousands of graduation cards together and separately over the years. That's a great question. So tune in tomorrow afternoon and I'll be coming to you with card number 2 for Lois Anderson's virtual party. See you then. Bye-bye.